Good morning, everybody. So, a lot of people have been asking how I'm doing. I'm still dizzy. And it doesn't really start to occur until I actually get out of bed. It used to be if I got into bed and I laid down and I closed my eyes, the room would spin. If I opened up my eyes, the room would spin. Well, that part has stopped so far. So now it's when I get up and I actually start to move around, that's when my head starts to spin. And it seems like it's right here in the front. That's why it's so hard for me to do the things that I want to do because it just literally starts there. But the one good thing is at least I have a very understanding supervisor. I really thought that last week I was going to be able to try to go back into work this week and just kind of be there for a few hours. But with this and how it's doing and the wet weather doesn't help. So I was like, well, all right, I just can take it one day at a time. That's about all I can do right now with that. So, anyway, last night I went to bed and I felt an overwhelming amount of spirits around me. I don't know if they were male or female, just because I have the dizziness part. Hi. Just because I have the dizziness part doesn't mean that spirit world has left me alone, because they haven't. But I didn't know if it was male or female. The only one I knew of was like a medicine woman, because I know that there is Indian ancestry in my background. I know there is. I have no doubt. Um, So I just asked, last night I was kind of like in I'm not going to say a whiny phase, but I was like, all right, universe, why am I going through this? Can you please help me understand why I'm the one having to go through this? Because sometimes you get that way. You're like, why am I having to go through this? What is the lesson to be learned out of this? And I know some people say, whatever's going on with you, I don't know if I'm wording this right, is pretty much what you're going through now. Or I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, but that part is not true to me right now, because this occurred from having dental work. My life was fine. I know I've said it before, but I went in to get a cavity refilled because I was trying to stop a food catcher. There was a tooth that it kept getting food in it, and so I was like, all right, well, let me fix this. Um, so we did that, and the vertigo came the day after that. And a lot of people say, no, it's not dental. Yeah, it was, because I was fine. I know that it's not the, what is it, positional vertigo. Yes, it's in one ear, but it's not the crystal ones. It's not where you can, like I've said before, do the Epley maneuver and it goes away. It's not that vertigo. It's a nerve. And I asked the universe, I was like, all right, fine. If you're going to put me through this stuff, then show me where it's at, because I need to know where the pain is at. I need to know where it's coming from. So then, um, my back shoulder blade in the back between started to hurt, and then it ran up into my neck. So now I know that I have something going on just right here, and it runs down. So that's one thing that I know. Um, yeah, positional, where you have the vertigo and you can put the crystals back. That's, I don't have that. It's a nerve, definitely a nerve issue. Um, so I just asked. I was like, can you just please show me? That way, because there's so many people that are suffering with this stuff. It is not even funny, the amount of people that have vertigo and don't say a word, and they just go through their life. And there's people that are frustrated with doctors because they don't really have an answer. That they just don't. Um, I think so. When I went to the vertigo clinic and they did a diagnosis, it's when they did that diagnosis, it is a central nervous system vertigo. And he did fill it with the mercury filling. So that was my mistake. I should have had him do a filling with something else. I wasn't thinking at the time when he said, oh, what filling do you want me to use? I was like, I don't care. I didn't think not to use that type of filling. So that's something that I'll have to deal with in the future. But right now, I can't even. If I tried to lay my head in a dentist chair, I would pass out, and I'm not doing anything to try to trigger that, because a lot of little things trigger it. I also figured out in asking the universe certain things, because if you ask, you'll receive. Um, I put on a pair of glasses the other day. Well, my room is getting smoky because I'm clearing it out. I put on a pair of, what is it, the blue light glasses the other day, just to, see, because I wore them all the time. Well, that didn't help. It triggered a dizziness, and I was like, okay. So I put something on my eyes, and then all of a sudden, bam, here it comes. I know. I know. You know what? I honestly was not thinking. I don't know. Even Dr. Terry said, what were you thinking? And I'm like, I have no idea what I was thinking when I said that. So like I said, I'll have to go back in and get porcelain, but right now to try to even go into a dentist chair is just, I couldn't do that if I wanted to. But I agree with you on the mercury filling, and like I said, I don't know what I was thinking, honestly, because I'm allergic to stainless steel. There are certain metals that I'm actually allergic to, but I don't know why I didn't think to say, can you do porcelain? I don't know what was going through my head at that time. So I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do about it right now. I can say that I haven't had like a, how some people get allergic reaction all up in here. I know. Um, but I haven't had anything like that. I did try to take ginkgo biloba. That was one of the things that came out when I was talking to my ancestors, because they're always around. Um, and ginkgo biloba came up, but I think the brand that I have is too strong, so it has caused allergic reactions. So now I have blisters running down my arm. But that led me to make a concoction. And when I made the concoction, I was like, not only is it clearing up all this allergic reaction, it has also made my skin extra, extra soft. So I was like, oh. So now I have a new concoction that I can like put out there, because I put my secret ingredient in it, because I only make that one. I was like, all right, let me put a few little drops of that in there. So I did. And I was like, ooh, this is making this extra soft. So I don't think I got signs of mercury poisoning. I really don't. I've looked all that up. I don't have no fevers. I ain't got no red spots all up in my mouth, because people get like a red area. I don't think it's mercury poisoning. I will address the mercury filling later, but I can't address that right now with them, even if I wanted to. I'll have to go to a dentist that is going to be able to pull that out and get it back in. But I don't think it's mercury poisoning, because I would be way more sicker than what I am. I don't think that that's it. I think what happened was either a nerve got hit in that process, or like I was saying, it's the eustachian tube. I know. I just don't think that it's that. I agree. I just don't think that it's that right now. I think that there's something going on just right in here. And because I was down for a long period of time, I'll have to look more into things, and like I said, there's nothing I can do about it now. Not right now. But yeah, I agree. Um but anyway, so I made this concoction, and so that made my skin extra soft, and it's taken away this allergic reaction, because people know just as well as I do, when you go to medical, they're going to put you on a medication, and then there's a side effect from that medication, so you have to take another medication for that side effect. It's a mess. So I went off of all their medications. The only one I haven't went off of is the blood pressure pill, because I can't get out here and do what I want to do exercise wise. I just can't. So I am taking the blood pressure pill, but that's it. I went off of the Betastine or whatever the hell he put me on that you're supposed to take until it works. Well, shit, if you don't work for me in a couple days or a week, I'm not taking you. And then that means you don't, that's not it. So I went off of that. So I'm only on one medication as far as where the doctor is concerned, because blood pressure is serious too. So last night, like I said, in reaching out to my ancestors, I got to thinking about people. You know, when I reach out to spirit world, because a lot of people ask me how you communicate with spirit world, I don't look at people as being dead, because if you do, then that's what they are. I look at people that have passed away as in another dimension. I don't look at them as, so if my grandma comes and talks to me, or I feel her spirit around me, I'm going to talk just like I'm having a conversation with y'all. That was one of my points to this video this morning. I hope I'm not rambling, but a lot of people have asked me, you know, how do you do that? Or I wish somebody would come to me. Well, when you think of them as dead and deceased, then they're not going to really come, because that's how you look at that person. They're in a different dimension, period. People, if you want to argue the point with me, you can. I don't care. That's just what I know. And, you know, if you don't believe in that, that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm telling you, they're in a different dimension. And copper water, I've been drinking that lately too, because my body is, your body lacks in certain things, and that's one of them. I knew that right off the bat. So I've been drinking copper water as well to try to help me with this crap. But anyway, like I said, people have asked me how I'm doing. Still got dizzy. Some days I wake up and my face is numb, but I know that's a part of whatever's going on right here. Just right back there. It's right there. Right where that little bone is back here, over. Been taking vitamin B, vitamin D, OPC, which is really good. Been putting some minerals into my system, because people ask about that. I haven't been able to get out and walk that much because it's been cold, you know. So I've been kind of doing little things in here, because I figured if I'm here and I get dizzy, I can come to my bed and lay down, you know. But if you're at work, you can't just, where are you going to go lay down at? You're at your desk. So that's, people have asked me, how come I'll take you to work? And I'm like, I don't need you to take me to work, because if I'm dizzy here, I'm going to be dizzy there. You know, yes, I have been taking the teas. I have. I alter them and switch them off with what I'm already doing, which I've been doing a lot of lemon water mixed with apple cider vinegar too, mixed with a little bit of honey. So if anybody out here has any local honey, please let me know so I can buy some. I know it's bad season for it, but I'm almost out of my local honey. I had to change my diet too. I had to cut out sugar completely. Not, you know, like if you get a sugar in a dressing, I can't do that. I don't do nothing about that. You can do a sugar-free dressing, I guess. But I'm talking about anything sweet. You know, like a lot of people do the keto or keto or whatever the hell you call it. A lot of people do, you know, different weight loss programs. Well, the bottom line is sugar is sugar. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. Sugar is sugar. It don't matter. So I have cut that off completely, and that has helped. And it is hard, because we see all this in the cupboard with the kids. I can't deprive them of stuff just because I got issues. So whatever you have, I need some type of honey to go into my stuff. So that would be helpful. But anyway, that is how it's been so far. And you know what's really weird is that I am not the only one that has had dizziness this long. I have met people in different groups, and they've had dizziness for years. One person has had dizziness since they were like 6 years old. Well, you would think in today's modern medicine that they would know what's going on here, and they don't. They really don't. And then people go like, to the doctors, and they spend all this money on MRIs and stuff like that, and they still don't have an answer. This was the other subject I wanted to talk about a little bit, and I hope people don't get mad at me, but it's just these are my opinions, right? Everybody has one. So some people go to medical and they strictly listen to medical, and that is it. They don't try anything else. They don't try to come up with any type of solutions to help them. And then when people reach out and they say, I need help, and then you give them a solution, they don't want the solution. I haven't just taken what one doctor said and just sat here. I have been doing research on this every day. I have found different exercises to do that have relieved it. I don't just don't go with what a medical person says. I just don't. I have to, I do a lot of Donna Eden's energy tapping because I do believe that the body can heal itself. I believe that the body has the capabilities of healing itself. It's just finding out the right ways of doing things, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to find a regimen that will work for me. That's what I'm trying to do. And I am very, very open. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm open to people's suggestions. Because every little bit of education, every little bit of, tidbit that somebody gives me, it, helps. Yesterday, one of my friends came over to bring me a little massager over for my feet to try. And they were talking about, because I'm not as active as I was right now. They were talking about how you have to keep your lungs clear. Well, I do tapping, but I didn't know that there was a little blow machine that you could use to do your lung exercises with. Will I be ordering it? Certainly will be, because I have to keep that stuff clear. Some sinuses contribute to what I got going on too, because you wake up in the morning, you have all that sinus pressure here in your face. And unless you open that, if I don't open these sinuses up, then it puts pressure on this ear. So, I have to do certain things to get this stuff unclogged in the morning time. So, don't just listen to medical. I mean, we do need medical. Don't get me wrong. We do need it. But don't just listen to what one person is telling you. Do research on it. Acupuncture has helped too, a lot. And she was the one who suggested that I take the ginkgo biloba, which that particular brand I think is too strong for me. So this morning I've ordered a supplement that has less ginkgo biloba in it, because I think the supplement that I have is like pure or something, and it broke me out. So I got something coming on the way. I'm not going to name it yet, but I will let y'all know if that helps with this vertigo, because it has a multitude of different things in it. So yeah, I'm going to order it. It's just, when you're not working, cash flow is one of the issues. So I need to get it, because I do need to exercise the lungs. I'm an all natural person when it comes to stuff. I do use this, and it has sea salt in it. The kids say, "Are you vaping?" Yeah, I'm vaping with sea salt. But you blow in it, and then you don't blow your breath back into it, but you inhale and then breathe out. So that works. This helps with some mucus, because, I've had that issue too with an overbuilding of mucus. That's why I changed my diet also, because yuck, that's disgusting. And I don't want that stuff to get into my lungs, so I use that in my neti pot and drink my copper water. But anyway, all these weird people sending me messages. I do have colloidal silver. Yeah, I do need to take that too. Sometimes I forget about that and how important colloidal silver is. So yeah, I do have that as well. That helps kill viruses as well. What I do with the colloidal silver also is I'll put it on a cotton ball, and I will literally bite down on it on both sides of my teeth. for 20 minutes. So I'll put one here, and then just bite down. And that helps out a lot. Like I said, that I can't do anything about this right now until I get rid of this middle dizziness here. So that's the only way I can, I do not want to go back. I was supposed to go get fitted for a night guard, and I'm not doing that either right now because I can't. I don't want to, and plus I can't get there anyway, and even if I could, I still wouldn't do it because being in the chair is what has created this issue to begin with. So anyway, it's been a long journey, and I can say I have learned a lot. And I turn a lot to the universe for guidance. Energy work helps a lot. Reiki helps a lot with this. I do Reiki as much as I can. I do my tapping. I don't think people realize that you have to, be... Porcelain got to use down for... Yeah, I know. I got to get all that out. I do a lot of tapping, tapping here. This for people that have issues with grounding, because some people say when you get shocked, when you're at the gas pump or whatever, you go and you touch something and you get shocked, you're not grounded. That's what that means. So when I start off in the morning with both hands, I tap here. Here, I think these are K27 points, I think, right here at these points right here. And then move all these out the way, here with the thymus, and then under here, because that's your spleen, because tapping like that for 30 seconds to a minute helps out a lot. It builds up your T cells when you tap here. And also moving lymph. If you don't know how to do that, I do agree with Augie. I watched a video on him the other day. I'll try to post it. But one of the things that he said was jumping on one of those little trampolines, which I do plan to order one, but not right now. I just don't have the money to get it. But I do want to order one. And it moves lymph. But he said, but for now you can jump up and down, So I do that because you have to move lymph. But I also manually move lymph through here because this is where a good portion of your lymph is right here on this collarbone part. So, you just kind of run your fingers. That's why people are always like, your neck is red. That's because I'm constantly trying to move lymph. Put some oil on there and move that stuff. Move it along your cheekbones too. Right here on that jaw part. That relieves it. There's lymph everywhere. I know I'm skipping from subject to subject, but I'm trying to remember everything I wanted to talk about. Lymph was another big thing that people don't know to move, and it just stays there. And when it stays there, it's like, lymph is like your little trash can. It's like the trash that's built up in your body, and lymph kind of filters it and gets rid of it. And if it's not moved, you get sick. So sometimes when people are sick, it's because they haven't moved it. So look up all the little spots where lymph is. It's everywhere in your body, but some of the main ones are up in here, right there. Move it, massage it, and get it moved. Under your arms is the worst thing. I know they're like the stinky pits, but put your hand under there and move, I can't get it. Scrape that lymph, any way you can scrape it under there with some oil or something. Get it under there and just really move it, because you got to empty out that trash that's in your body, So I move lymph too. Jumping up and down seems to work a lot. I'll try to do it for 30 seconds, but then my head starts going worse, and then I'm like, all right, let me stop. So, hello, Hummer. I see you're on here. Hope you're doing okay. Yes, thank you. I try to visualize myself too at the desired end result, I'm hoping. Tapping, I'm telling you, energy work is the bomb, because tapping and hitting those points, those acupuncture points, are just amazing to me. And there's so many of them. There's one here, this right here. When you have dizziness and you push on here, for some reason, it sends signals all the way up to here. So I was like, okay, I'm learning that if I push here, And I mean hard, not no little push. That's why my face is always red when people see me, because I'm constantly pushing stuff. Um, right there. It does a relief with these eustachian tubes. People have ringing in the ear. I don't know how many of y'all have that. Well, let me tell you, the ginkgo biloba was taking that out, but I had an allergic reaction to it. So the one and only pill that could possibly had helped me, I have an allergic reaction to. I can't take it. So now I have to switch over to something else, but I also have to do these little exercises. Yeah, meridians right here has helped with dizziness when you push up. That's helped. Rubbing the third eye, and I ain't talking about no little, no little, don't do gentle, you rub, massage that, massage it really good. That has helped with some of this dizziness. Pulling on my ears, but I was getting to the ear ringing. I'm sorry. So when you got ear ringing, you want to rub up here, these ears right here. See the little earlobes? Of course, you want to rub both of them, not one of them. I can only do one because of my hands, but you want to rub it really good and roll it in your fingers, rub it. It helps so much with stuff. Pulling, but not too hard. You got to be a little bit gentle with the ear. You want to pull it out, that. And for some reason, when you go right here and you rub it, massage it good too. It stops the ear ringing. So for those of you that get it, because I know a lot of people have said that I get ear ringing, if you do those things, it will help relieve it quite a bit. I mean, I do all kinds of rubbing stuff down here, behind my ear down. I'm trying to do a blanket where where I don't have to sit here and hold this. Let's see. So I've rubbed back in here. Trying to think of what else. I do crown pulls. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but that's where you take your fingers and you pull down. And I do these because it just stimulates your head. People laugh, but I don't care. I'm just trying to relax. Oh, and this is the other thing. Thanks for the reminder of relieving the muscles. Okay. So one of the things that I have learned through this situation too is that I am a tense sleeper. I do not grind my teeth. I don't grind them, but I sleep very tense. And I have caught myself doing it. I don't know how many years I've been doing it. I don't know. But I can tell you lately, I have caught myself, like, I'll wake up and I'm like this. And I didn't even know it. I didn't even realize that I slept tense. The doctor has given me medication for it. Valium, to be exact. I won't take it. I refuse to take it. I don't want to take it. I saw somebody online yesterday that's addicted to it now. They don't know how to get off of it. You try to send them to treatment, they don't want to go. Oh, well, what do you want to do? I haven't taken that medication because I don't want to become addicted to something. So I have had to pay more attention to how I sleep. I noticed when I did energy work on myself, if I lay my hands on my throat, because that's another place I do a lot of Reiki at, I noticed that when I was doing it, not right away, I don't know how I'm noticing it, but it was tense. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And I had to, relax. I noticed sitting in the recliner, I'm tense and I have to catch it. So for those of you, who have never had vertigo and certain things like that, watch that. TMJ, which is that jaw popping right there. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you can feel it pop right up in there. TMJ plays a big part in vertigo. People don't believe that, but it does, because you got these nerves right there, and they're constantly, where are they at? Right where eustachian tubes are, right where nerves are. So I've had to do some TMJ exercises. Holding your mouth open for 30 seconds, closing your mouth, moving your jaw side to side. I rub this spot right here. That seems to help a lot. But that's caused from stress and nerves. So I'm sitting over here thinking, yeah, I'm getting a restful sleep because I go to bed between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm getting a restful sleep. But as I started to learn more about my body, obviously I'm not, because I'm like this and didn't even realize it. Or, like I said, sitting in a chair, I'm tense and I don't even realize it. So y'all kind of pay attention to that. You know, I just, yeah, I've had my fist balled up underneath me too. I never paid attention to it because, people are like, well, sleep, how do you do that? I don't know now. I just know I'm paying more attention to it. And I did not, yeah, the base of my neck. Yeah, I've done that. I've rubbed the base of my neck, but even the base of my neck, I'm tense and I didn't realize that. So y'all pay attention to that. You don't necessarily have to grind your teeth at nighttime. You can clench your teeth, clenching, and you don't even realize it. I've caught myself clenching my teeth at nighttime too. I'm trying to think of everything with this stuff to help people. But that is a big one, clenching your teeth at nighttime and not even realizing that you're doing it. And who was it? Dave Fetro. We talked about the subconscious mind. How you're consciously, you know everything consciously around you, but your subconscious mind is always working. It's always doing things. And if you don't help clear that out, then that creates stress too, because you may not feel stressed, but the subconscious is stressed. So that's a double whammy. So you have to work on that. I was going to hire one of my friends who's a hypnotist, and I asked him, I was like, can you please just erase my entire subconscious? And he's like, no, I don't think I can do that. You don't want that anyway. But that I was trying, I really wanted to just erase the whole thing and start everything over, but I know I can't do that realistically, but it was wishful thinking on my part. So, but anyway, I'm trying to think what else. I'll post the video that Augie posted the other day. You know what? I'm sure I have been clenching my teeth, but I didn't pay attention to it until it was brought to my attention. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I am doing that. So, excuse me. But yeah. I don't want most of the time I'm a left side sleeper, but because of my ear, I can't sleep on it right now. Um, but I have noticed if I turn to the other side, I wake up tense. Just one tense thing, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta relax. So I have to think of some type of techniques not to be so tense when I'm sleeping, and I will not take a pill. I just refuse to take Valium. No. Mm-mm. Nope. I just can't do that. I have tried CBD. I do have CBD pills. I do have CBD gummies. Those seem to work, but I just can't, I don't want to rely on something to put me to sleep. I just don't want to do that. My mind is just like, no, you can figure out a different way. And I know people say it's harmless, but I don't want to rely on like melatonin and just different. I just don't. My body, I'm not used to medications. And that's probably why I'm having all these breakouts too, because not used to taking a blood pressure pill. And because I'm retaining some fluid, I'm not used to doing a water pill. And I've changed my diet with that too, with my nice leafy greens. I had broccoli for breakfast. Not that that's a bad thing, but if I had my way, I would have a whole totally different breakfast, but I can't. So, but anyway, I hope I didn't ramble too much. I wanted to share some things with y'all. Like I said, people have been asking me how I'm doing, and I'm doing okay. I just wish that this, would leave me alone so that I can, move on with things. It's not as bad as it was. Like I said, I would go to bed and everything would spin. I would open my eyes, the room would turn. And I mean, when I say turn, I mean turn like this. And then I would have to focus on one thing to get it to stop. I don't have some of the things that people had, the migraine headaches. Like I said, I can at least go to bed now and the room's not turning. It's when I get up, put my feet on the floor and begin to walk. That's when everything sets in. So I am grateful that I don't have it any worse than what some people have. So I just got to figure out what's going to be the right solution. I do have a doctor's appointment on the 10th. I can't think of the doctor's name. Dr. Saya. He's in Richmond. I do have an appointment with him. And I just want to see what he is going to help me do. Now, Sarah is a friend of mine, and she's had this crap for how long now? It's been what, since last December. Well, I don't plan to have it that long. But anyway, in one part of the video, Sarah, I watched another video where if you put your finger here, your thumb here, and you rub right there on that pressure point, you got to find the right point. You'll feel it because it'll hurt. If you push it in and you rub it, that has helped with some of this dizziness, because I know you go through this every day and you actually have it way worse than I do. But for some reason, this point has a nerve that goes all up on this side of your face, and it helps open up stuff and helps give some relief. I just discovered this a couple days ago on a video that I watched, but I didn't share it yet because I wanted to make sure it worked. Where I messed up with the dizziness is I put on those blue light glasses, I wanted some extra protection for my eyes, and that just sent everything back into what it was. So yeah, I am starting to get better, Christina. It does suck because I know you had it too recently. I know that you woke up with vertigo. Yeah, over a year ago you've had that. So, I don't plan to have it that long. I'm sorry. I just know. I refuse. But anyway, yeah, if you push right there, I'm going to have to, if y'all haven't Googled, go to YouTube and Google Donna Eden's 5-minute energy routine. I'll try to post it. I thought I posted it before, but I'll post it again. That is beneficial for everybody to do in the morning. It's tapping, but it is so beneficial. It just helps with so many things. And there's one thing, Sarah, she does, it's called the hookup, where you put your middle finger in your belly button, and then you put your other hand here and you push up and you hold it. You pull up on your belly button, and then you push up with your hand for 30 seconds to a minute, and that helps to relieve dizziness too. Yeah, a lot of people, I don't think, want people to know they have vertigo. At first, when I first got it, honestly, it was shameful for me. I know that sounds weird, but it was, because I never have anything helping to me, so um, I was kind of embarrassed about it, to be honest with you, and that's why in the beginning I didn't want to really put anything out there, because it was embarrassing being in this condition, because I've never been in this condition. But I've come to terms that things can help other people, and that's what I was placed here to do to begin with. So, I'm confident that it's going to go away. I know it's going to go away. It's just finding the right things. Well, if you don't have a belly button, I don't know how to help you with that one. But there's other things that you can still do, is the tapping, on everywhere. So taps. But anyway, Donna Eden, she's just an awesome woman. I mean, she's got some really cool abilities, but her 5-minute energy routine is one of the things that I do every day now, and that helps out a lot. And I don't care how old you are, I don't care if you have vertigo or not. That is one of the things to do. And like I said, Augie, he's the author of, oh gosh, the book is in the living room. Let me go get it. I got to get the whole book. I have to read it like a total of 3 times, because I'm still trying to, got up too fast on that one. I'm still trying to, shouldn't have got up that fast, Dippy. I am still trying to wrap my head around the book. So you have to read it a few times, because you're not going to get it the first time, but if you're into the universal stuff and putting things into your mind, this book right here, Spiritual Science by Augie. let me flip the camera. So for those of you who like to read, this is a really good book right here. Can you see it? Spiritual Science. He's like a really good author, and he puts out a lot of good videos. He's just really good at what he does. I love this one because it literally talks about how you can expand the power of your mind. And with this dizziness, I have been saying a lot, mind over mind, my mind will heal my body. I say that constantly, and that helps too. So Augie is really cool. He posted a video the other day about how to reverse the aging process, which I thought was really good. So I'll post that video, and Donna Eden too, so that people will have that 5-minute energy routine, because that is a big deal. But yeah, Sarah, it's funny because before, remember when I tried to walk down the road, I couldn't put my face in the phone, and I told my girlfriend the other day, Kimberly, when she came over here in Savannah, I told them that I wasn't able to walk, but I was just able to do it for that short time. But I still had some dizziness. Now, coming back from the living room back to my room, this is what has happened. This is numb. The back of my neck is numb, and my face is getting numb. So, like I said, I know it's a nerve thing, because it all goes numb now, just that quick, just from going from here to there. That's why going back to work, I'm blessed to have somebody that is very understanding. Thank God, because I could have a supervisor that's a real jerk and say, we're going to have to let you go. This supervisor has not done that, and I'm just so grateful for it, because if I was at work and this would happen, I would have no place to go. That's why I want to go back, but I know at the moment, until I have my appointment, I got to be here in case something happens, because what are they going to help me with? So, and I got ringing now starting in this ear. So, just the different things. This, when you rub it, I don't know what it does. It triggers something, and then I just don't do it. Yeah. So, but I'm grateful to have a very understanding supervisor, because like I said, he could whip around and say, don't want you here anymore, but he has not done that. The only thing he's told me, if I want to return to work during the week for a little bit, I can, but really, if I have to wait till my appointment, which is on the 10th, I can do that too. Now, how many people do you have that? Yeah, my shoulders too. Yep. See, you're tense and you don't even know it. Like the doctor's appointment. But that's okay. But anyway, yeah, see, I was like this and didn't realize it until you said something. Now, there, let it go. And now the ringing has stopped. So, I hope some of this stuff has helped people. If I bore you, I'm sorry. If I rambled, didn't mean to. I'm trying to do whatever I can. And water plays a big role in stuff too. Drinking a lot of water. I do drink 96 ounces of water a day. I don't do the gallons. I tried that one time, and it put me to a point where I had lost all my good minerals, and it burned my legs, believe it or not. It just made my legs feel burned because it just washed out everything. So I do 332 ounce of the water things a day, and that's it. That's all I do, but with the exception of the teas that I drink, because I do drink my teas, but you have to drink a lot of water too, because that helps flush out some crap also. Just don't do it to an extreme where I knew that was the doctor's office. Don't do it at an extreme to where you flush out everything. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. So, yeah, wish stuff out of your system. You'd be surprised on some of the mental stuff that I have done. I do a lot of talking to the body too, and thanking the body too for certain things, because I can hear, I can speak, and some people can't. So I've looked closer at the gratitude part of that. I can walk, some people can't. I have a bed, some people don't. So I do that a lot. Oh yeah, I've been taking omega 3s and Q10s too. I have certain supplements that I take, and I know that plays a big part in it. I do follow what Dave Fatro said, which is psyllium is a big issue too. See, I can't do a Gatorade. I actually have minerals that we have in our back office, because I do have supplements that I sell. I do have a supplement that I use that replaces minerals, so multi minerals. So I do take those, because if I try to, I can't do Gatorade or Powerades or anything like that. It's the dyes and crap, the sugars in it. I can't have that shit. So I'm trying to stay away from things that would agitate us. So I do take my multi mineral, um, vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, magnesium. I'm trying to think everything I take. Calcium. Vitamin C plays a huge role in this situation too. People don't realize that if you don't have the vitamin C, vitamin C is critical to a lot of things, and so is vitamin D. Um, so if you're not taking those, you need to be taking those. Omega 3s, make sure if you're going to take omega 3, that's a good quality omega 3. So, hello, Umberto. Let me just say this. Umberto Perez is on here. If y'all need any roofing, any type of construction work done, Umberto Perez is licensed. He has his, what do you call it, the license. Anyway, he's licensed and all that good stuff, insured. So if you need his number, let me know. I'll post his card later too. Let him know I referred you. He does really good work, y'all. So just, if you need any of those things done, let me know. Because he's an honest worker, and he is not overly expensive like some of these places that try to rip you off, and I'll allow them to remain nameless. I feel sorry for one of my friends that had a roof put on by a certain roofing company, and they didn't finish their job, and now they got a leaky roof. But if anybody has any of those type of construction things, I'll put the card out, let them know I sent you, and get work done. And no, he's not one that'll rip you off. So he's honest. That's right. He's very honest. He's a very honest, hard person, worker. And so is his crew. He's not going to rip you off. So I'm just putting that out there, since I saw him pop in and pop out real quick. But anyway, I'm going to go take my stuff. I got to finish up my supplements. And like I said, I hope I don't linger on when I do this stuff. I don't mean to. I'm sure I ramble. I haven't tried kombucha. I haven't had that in so long. My sister used to make that, but I haven't tried it. So, all right, you guys. I hope y'all have a great day. If I can think of anything else, I'll share it with you. I'll get those things put out. The book too. I'll take a picture of that and put that out there, so that people don't have to go back through and look at stuff. I'll start putting out some of the supplements. I know a lot of my friends do buy supplement from me, and to let you know, I do still sell supplement. I hadn't put stuff out there because I've just been trying to be on a phone with this stuff. It just makes it not feel so good. So I'm just now being able to get on a phone and do some of the stuff. Hopefully I can get my Vibe Time with Jerry back on the air. That's been off air since November, since this crap has happened. So hopefully I can get that back on. I was hoping this month, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just depends. So, all right, y'all, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to finish up my copper water. And thanks for watching and tuning in.